I'm Bo Palmer.
I'm Will Shiver.
I'm Yannick Powder, and today we are doing our dynamics final project where we are testing the perceived feel of shotgun recoil versus the actual recoil velocity that we calculate using the conservation of momentum. The shotgun that we used was the Franke Affinity 3. It has a weight of 6.9 pounds. And back to you in the studio.
So we used 4 different types of shells, all 12 gauge. The first was 3 inches in length, and it weighed 1 1/8 ounce, and it had an exit velocity of 1,560 feet per second. The second was 2 3/4 inch length, and it weighed 1 ounce, and it had an exit velocity of 1,290 feet per second. The third was 2 3/4 inch length, and it weighed 1 ounce, and it had an exit velocity of 1,180 feet per second. And the last one was 2 3/4 inches in length. It weighed 1 1/8 ounce, and it had an exit velocity of 1,145 feet per second. So this is Will. The biggest thing that I noticed when shooting it was the jump from the first shell to the second shell. It almost seemed as if the 3 other shells had around the same amount of kick.
This is Bo. I felt that the first shot also had the most significant kick. The other 3 felt relatively the same, but I would say the last shot felt definitely the lightest.
This is Yannick. I noticed the obvious jump between 1 and the rest of them, but I also felt a jump between 2 and 3, and 2 and 4 were very similar to me.
So for our recoil velocity calculations, we knew the masses of the bullets, the exit velocities of the bullets, and the mass of the gun, and also the fact that the gun and the bullets are initially at rest. And knowing this, we can use the concept of conservation of momentum to solve for the velocity of the gun at the start of the kick.
Here you can see our results for the calculated recoil velocity. For the first one we got 15.91 feet per second, then we got 11.70 feet per second, 10.70 feet per second, and then 11.68 feet per second. You may be wondering why this even matters, but when you get into wing shooting as well as competition target shooting, you realize that repetitive recoil is unpleasant, can even lead to bruising in the shoulder. We decided that we are capable of using theories like the conservation of momentum. We can compare the idea of perceived recoil versus the actual recoil velocity. We can conclude that the shot shells with the heavier load charge and higher muzzle exit velocity will have a more recoil mathematically as well as perceived by the shooter. So next time you are shopping for shotgun shells, you can whip out the conservation of momentum equation to help you choose.